Test it then. It's yours truly, Maddness, KMA, and I'm back with season 3 of the Garage Report. So welcome back, one and all. New subscribers, always welcome to join the Report family. It's yours truly, spell it correct, don't get it twisted, the MADDNESS, KMA, on all platforms, and of course, DJ Maddness official on other platforms like Instagram, but all of the information is down below in the description. Let's get back into the realness. Have you missed me? Because I have missed you. I've definitely missed you. And man, it's been busy. You know, so much things going on. So I feel like obviously for you as my subscribers, my Report family, the ones that ride with me and that has been there, I felt like in season 2, it started to trail off a bit. You know, with the views on YouTube, still consistent on Instagram and TikTok. However, I need most of the views, if not all of them, over here. When I send out the trailers of the Garage Report season 1 and 2, you know, the Modify sections, you know, the ones where you see the clips. Yep, it looks like a audio device player. That's the one. And that gives you an insight of what music is featured on the next coming episode. Some people still didn't grasp that fact. I mean, they were still saying, I didn't know there was full episodes. Now, come on. In 2025, going into 2026 round the corner, which I cannot believe I'm already saying that, right? The progression of how the episodes have moved has been going in positive ways. It's reached, you know, really influential people as well that have contacted me on the DMs. And then I was saying, oh, that's a very nice message from such and such. Could you do me a favor and leave that message over on YouTube? And I would say, okay, yeah, I'll get to it. And they don't, because of their busy schedule. Doesn't mean that they don't ride with you or they don't care about the substance of your show, of what you're doing. You know, what's the core element of the show? It's the highlight, house and garage history, UK garage, all the different subgenres within it, and to highlight the greatness of the scene from the very beginning, from the real foundation, and changing the narrative of what's been put out there with certain documentaries and hasn't actually touched base with all the fun facts of the fundamentals when it comes to house and UK garage. So last week, we launched it with a teaser trailer of something big that's happening in the near future. So do look out for that. Connected with, of course, my home and grassroots, Freek FM, Freek N You. Libido Promotions was the promotion outfit for Freek FM. So obviously Freek FM being the multi-award winning from 101.8 in North London base from the very beginning of house and garage inception in the UK. We had it on lockdown, right? Straight away. And we grew to a massive status, becoming the award-winning station consecutively every year there was award ceremonies, right? Libido Promotions was there when it took off into Freaks in the Manor at the Manor Club in North London, Finsbury Park. So the events were running consecutively from there every Friday night, every Saturday night, and then moved on to the bigger venues, which was very quick and fast. And like I said last week, go and look into that episode, which had the featured audio clips from Hooligan 6ix9ine.
But also, I think we went into Camden, Bagley's. It just goes on, innit?
Which is one of the co-founder members of Freek FM, and it was good to hear his voice and his interpretation of what was happening behind the doors and behind the scenes and how they got into certain places. But there is more coming from this, believe me, and they deserve it, because a full-time documentary is not just a case of, oh, let's put something out there. I did put a trailer. That was basically like a trailer last week, all right? So it gave you a bit of insight, and there will be a big coming movie type documentary, and it's all in the making when you can find out the real history of Freek FM, Freek N You, right? So first and foremost, big up to Julio, my primo, Hooligan 6ix9ine. Also the other founder, owner of the Freek brand, which is Ramrod. And I got to big him up every time. These are my big bros, because they are older than me, right? But anyway, listen. And it's always been nothing but love. When I got onto House and Garage in late 93, 94, then these guys were the ones that put me on. They put me on, and I'm never afraid to say these things, because I speak like this all the time when I say on any platform, no matter where I am, my grassroots and where I came from. It was Freek FM. All right. So that platform for so many others rising stars that came through that. It's just amazing. So there's more to come from the Freek FM episode. There's more to come from the Freek N You, all right? So make sure you look out for that. I'm working with a new studio setup, so do bear with me and hopefully I'll get it right. I've done some when I took a break from season 2 in between to season 3 and the planning and preparation. We're doing some mad reacts because I just literally missed you. I missed you so much, seriously. Because it's like everyday job, 9 to 5. Then I've got to do the record label side of it. Of course, Garage Report Records is out there now with the making big waves. There's so much more. I've got to catch up with you. And in fact, I'm probably going to do that in a live at some point so I can catch up with you to let you know what I've been doing, because they've been talking, they've been saying a lot, right? And then it's the case of with music production sides, Maddness is pushing this boundaries and evolution of house UK garage music, right? So in today's episode, what's going to happen now? When I do a feature like last week to promote Freek N You at the legendary events, the legendary promotion, the locations that we was, some of them was mentioned in there, the main iconic venues. I'm choosing my chosen 4. So I'm mixing and blending the previous seasons to showcase which tunes was the groundbreakers, the anthems of that era that was there. If it was Camden Palace, if it was Bagley's, if it was EC1 Club, whatever. If it was the Iron Apple years or Freek N You, which ones? But I'm looking at the focus of Camden Palace because that was like one of our homes, our main homes in North London. Was up the road from where we was based in Finsbury Park and Archway, and you know, Camden is all North London based. So I've chosen 4 tracks today on the show. Hopefully I'll get this all right with my new setup to say these 4 tunes remind me of playing my perception, my perspective at the Camden Palace venue in North London. Right, so let's see if we can get this right, Maddness. Come on.
If you are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss an upload.
Let's choose this one, and it's one of the ones that crossed over from many of the venues, but it reminds me of a certain type of way I used to mix and cut this tune at Camden Palace, but the way you would bring it in, and as soon as that vocal would hit, it was phenomenal responses every single time. It was one of those big anthems of the venue for me. Anyway, for me. And don't get me wrong, there is so many more. There's so many anthems because we broke all those tunes and the timeless anthems of today at that venue. You know, at that venue and many others alike. So this one chose the number 1 is DJ Disciple. Keep On Moving is the anthem I'm talking about. The year was 1994, original US release, picked up and circulated in the UK around 1995, which is correct. Style, uplifting US vocal garage with house edge, exactly the kind of soulful vocal driven track that Freek FM DJs would have championed and played at Camden Palace. They will remember that in the mid 90s, late 90s. All right, coming up next.
Maddify chosen 4.
Cool. Wheel. Yeah, definitely one of those vibes that carried through from, the earlier, smaller clubs that we used to do to play that from We Got It. I think I had it on an import, and I'm sure it was Interstate Records at the time. I read one. Anyway, so coming up next, again, we've got a next one feature, which again reminds me, comment down below, make sure you like, subscribe, comment and share, do all that stuff that you should be going. We're going road to 5,000 now. Road to 5,000, okay? It's the House and Garage Encyclopedia. You won't get it. Always try and smooth through that word, get through it quick. Encyclopedia. We are the knowledge bank. We are the information center. The encyclopedia. Yeah. You were like the Wikipedia of House and Garage, right? So leave your comments down below and let me know what are the tunes that you would have featured. What reminds you of Camden Palace and that era of time. And this one here again, because it was hometown, it made loads of sense to what we was doing at the time, having been the first DJs to have it before anybody else, because we was all connected. They were part of the station, and we're talking about the Anthill Mobb. Things just started, and this is another one that reminds me of the Camden Palace era.
Maddify Chosen 4.
Don't hurry, girl, guys. We got all night. We got all night. Please. Don't hurry, girl, guys. We got all night. We got all night. Please. Don't hurry, girl, guys. We got all night. We got all night. Please. Don't hurry, girl, guys. We got all night. We got all night.
Notorious Anthill Mobb, Just Juice on production, accompanied by Dr. Queth, and on the vocals, the man himself, rest in peace, Tosh, aka Yush, on the vocals that made up the Anthill Mobb big anthem from back in the day. Round of applause, yeah, come on audience, I forgot about you lot. I hope you don't forget about me. But what is good as well is because I did get some DMs, a few of you that did ask and say, Maddness, when's the Garage Report coming back? Like, come on, we missed this. I've got my loyal fans and supporters that are there every time I put an episode out. They click the notification bell so they know exactly what's going on, right? They know exactly when the uploads are coming. I want to big up Fuzzy. And I also want to big up Garage Mania, who also allow me to share bits as well, collaborations on their Instagram pages. So that deserves a big shout out. Thank you so much. Yeah, make some noise for them. It was bound to happen, right, with Garage Report. It was bound to happen from the series. I had to do a label, right? I put my money where my mouth is to say, okay, cool, let me embrace what's going on now and add more to the evolution of garage music today. And that's what we're doing. We're breaking boundaries, all right? You've got my created artists and these sort of things. I'm moving forward into the year 2050 something already. Some people will frown upon it and say, Mads is doing this, Mads. But when you know the techniques of the way I do it, which you will never know because I won't reveal my sources, because my brain kind of works like, it's kind of similar to like ADHD. Now I work with ADHD and autism and kids like that, SEN kids every day, right? So I know exactly what I'm talking about. And my brain, it's kind of got a million thoughts of it at one time. Even at nighttime, I have problems with this, seriously. And, trying to break down the information for what I'm trying to go for, what am I doing next, how's my schedule working, what am I doing, with the day job, then you got to finish that, then you got to come home, then you got the label to run now. Okay, cool. I decided to launch the label. I did that. We've got a couple projects out there at the moment with Double Authority and, of course, Zakira. And then now we've got the new projects, which is coming up again to follow up to keep going forward. But the bottom line is I missed it. I miss doing this show. I really do. And I hope you've missed me too. Obviously, with the Pure Garage show every Friday, that's the official Pure Garage show on Pure FM. Big up to all those that's been supporting the show. So doing that, and I wouldn't say going back to do that. I would say moving forward, doing radio shows today. I try and be using my skill sets over the years to break down how I'm going forward with my radio shows. Is informative, and bearing in mind as well, and I do get DMs from this, and this is important as well. That's why I need to catch up with another episode. We'll talk about that another time. Right? There's so much more to catch up on. All right, cool. Next one coming up is another one that I remember. A particular DJ played this when it first came out on promo, and it destroyed Camden Palace. The whole place that lit up when it came to this one. N.n.G, which stands for Grant Nelson, Norris the Boss Windross with Kallaghan, the Bump and Flex mix.
Maddify Chosen 4.
Moving closer, our door it seems.
there's some people out there that wouldn't even know about that mix. I wonder, there probably is, because they only know the remix with N.n.G and Kallaghan and MC Neat right before my eyes. But that version there was the version that we all played at first. Big version, and mash up Camden Palace one time. And I see that, oh man, lift up. You know what I mean? I had to get rewound about 3 times when that was fresh. Okay, cool. So back on the other side, hopefully I'm getting this right today. When you're out of touch, when you've been off work for a while, and it could be a day or 2 that you've been off work, right? And let alone if it's been weeks, right? Months, and you get back to it and you're like, rah, I know what I'm doing because I've created my own pattern, my own formula, my own format. So I should know what I'm doing, but it's when you're a bit rusty. Oh man, and it's new cameras and it's all the setup. And anyway, cool. Right, so the next one is another one that I remember mashing up the venue, and not just a Freek N You event, but we're talking about the Freek N You classics and anthems that we remember from Camden Palace and that sort of thing. This tune here was a powerhouse in that venue. It's from Tuff Jam and Xavier, Tumbling Down.
MADDIF 804.
for you and me.